anyone wants to hop on a plane and take me to Finland, let me know. What else do I do? Yeah, there's tea. Here we go. And welcome back to another Travel with Tori Tuesday. This week I asked for questions on my Instagram. I'm just gonna answer as many questions as I possibly can and not make this vlog super long. Thank you to the people that did ask them. You guys are awesome and you're helping me out a lot. So we're just gonna start and see where we get to. The first question was, how long are you on the ship? It kind of ranges from different cruise contracts, but they range from either 6 months to 9 months usually. My first one was 7 months, my second one was 8, and this one that I'm currently on will be 9 on the ship. But I am super excited to travel for the next 9 months of my life and to get to see a whole bunch of new places. So someone asked if I ever got seasick. No, actually. I've definitely felt like uneasy and maybe like a little bit nauseous, but I've never physically been sick because of the ocean. I was built for ship life, I guess. I don't know. But no, I have never been seasick. What is something I miss while traveling? Ooh, lots of things. I definitely miss my family and my friends most because they can't come with you. They can come visit for a cruise, but they have to pay for it. On the ship, we do not have free Wi-Fi, and that does get pretty expensive if you like to be spending a lot of time on Wi-Fi. So I really don't get to keep in touch with my parents or my family or friends very often unless I'm off in port. I also really miss cooking for myself. I love cooking. On the ship, there's obviously no kitchen for me to use in my cabin or anything like that. We just eat what is provided for us. So I definitely miss cooking my own food so much. Is land an option? I really miss like being on land, like living on land. So someone asked if I have any roommates and if I get to choose my roommates that I live with. And if you're on the bigger ships, you get your own room, but you share a bathroom. On the smaller ships, like the one I'm going to be on now, we do share a cabin. So you'll have bunk beds with somebody else. And Kristen and I shared on my last contract. In this contract, I will not be needed to share a room since I get my own room as dance captain. So I'm super excited for that. I've never officially had my own room on a ship before. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Someone asked if I eat the same food as the guests. Yes, I do. We get to eat in the crew mess, which is where all the crew eats. And then we also get to eat in the guest buffet upstairs, as long as it's not too busy. We also get to eat in all the restaurants, but we do have to pay for that. We'll all go to the restaurants and we'll have a great like cast dinner, or just a couple of us will go and have a nice dinner, like out, but on the ship. What is the coolest place you've ever been? People ask me this all the time and I really struggle to answer this question. My first one is always Finland. We went to Helsinki, Finland on my first ship, and I was only there for approximately like 4 hours, but I fell in love with it. I want to go back really, really badly to Finland. Barcelona and Malaga were my 2 favorites, definitely, but I really liked Spain as a whole. My third place would definitely have to be Kyoto, Japan. I fell in love with Kyoto, Japan. Kristen and I actually went on like our own massive excursion one day and saw a ton of shrines and a ton of beautiful places. I paused to charge my camera and now the lighting is different, so sorry. So I actually got a lot of questions about what I do in my free time when I'm not performing or working on the ship. If I don't have a show that day, or I don't have like a passenger drill or any trainings or anything like that, I basically have free time and I can do whatever I want to do. If I'm not working and we're in port, I get to go off and explore. But if we are at sea and I'm not working, then I usually go see a show every single night in the theater, especially since the guest entertainers do repeat a lot and you do become friends with them, so you like to go support them. Everyone has a hard drive on the ship filled with movies and TV shows, so I usually binge watch something while on board. Yeah, as long as we're not getting into trouble, no trouble. So some people want to know the tea. They want to know if there's drama on the ship, and yes, in every job there's drama, and as artists I feel like drama follows us around. I try to stay out of it, and actually this cast that I'm with right now is very chill, which is so nice. Yeah, I definitely have had drama on my last couple ships, especially because you work with these people and you live with them, so you never really escape anyone. So like if you want to ghost someone, you can't, because you'll still see them. So going along with that, someone asked how I stay sane working with the same people and living with them. You're not close with everyone, there's no way you're going to be close with everyone, but I definitely have my people that I like to get off the ship with and hang out with at night and kind of things like that. And then you also make friends outside the cast. I usually become really close with some of the musicians on board, also from the art gallery. They're usually from like South Africa, and they're really cool. They just help keep you sane. Yeah. I think the last thing I'm going to answer about ship life is what is the most rewarding part of working on a ship. I honestly have to say the traveling. By the time I turn 25, I will have visited 50 countries, and just being able to double my age and the amount of countries that I've been to is crazy. I actually got a dancer to write a question to me about auditioning for cruise ships and what they look for and any advice. So I just think that I got this job because I went into that room so confident, and I went in that room telling myself that I already had the job. Honestly, can't recommend enough to just go to every audition that you possibly can. Don't just go to cruise ships, don't just go to Broadway shows, don't just go to national tours. Go to everything, because everything is an experience. Definitely go to as many auditions as you possibly can to be comfortable with it. Dress in something that you are comfortable in. Just make sure that you are comfortable in what you're wearing. And then go in that room like you own the place and you're going to get that job. You already have that job and you're there for them. Yeah, those are my 3 tips. 3 auditioning tips. Actually, a lot of people asked me how I balance dance and lifting, especially in rehearsals, because I'm dancing 6 days a week for like 8 hours a day. And if I'm being honest, I am not lifting the same way I was before. So I used to lift really heavy. I would do compound lifts into supersets, into a cool down, into abs. I never did cardio because dance is always my cardio, but I definitely am not lifting the same way I was. Now I'm basically doing a lot of dumbbell exercises, and I'm not trying to hit any PRs currently. I've lost some muscle mass and I'm not enjoying that, but I understand that dance is my priority right now. My workouts usually are only 30 minutes. I'll probably do 3 supersets. I'll maybe make one of them a tricep, or if it's a shoulder day, I'll do a shoulder burnout at the end. But yeah, it's all dumbbells or machine based, and I just try to get in and out. So one of my fellow dancers asked how I survive full days of dance. And really, when you're learning the shows, it is a lot on your body. But once you learn the shows and you're just running them, it's an hour-long show. So you warm up in the morning, you run it once, and then you have notes. And then you'll probably do the same thing in the afternoon. So you're only running the show twice. That's 2 hours of like full-on dancing, and then everything else you're just kind of like cleaning, going through parts, warming up, cooling down. So it's not full days of dance. I love dancing. I love spending my days in the dance studio. But when you are learning the shows and you're dancing from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., those are the hard days. This guy is my best friend. If you don't have one, get one, because she's my girl. So I actually only got one real like personal question, and I actually love it. I love this question. What's my like dream vacation? And I feel like I'm constantly on vacation because I'm always traveling, I'm always going to different places. But I do have places on my bucket list that I haven't been yet, and there are definitely places that I want to see in a different way than on a ship. My actual next like idea of what I want to do is a road trip across America. I think that I've seen so many countries now, but I haven't seen a lot of my own country. So I'm thinking when I get off the ship, I'm going to do a little road trip across the country and hopefully stop and visit a lot of the girls and guys that I've met on Instagram, because you guys have become my little like fit family and I love you all so much and I just want to meet you face to face. I think that's all the questions that I got. Thank you again for all the people that asked these questions. Thanks for watching and I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next one.